How things are going? How is it? First Ignite?
No, it's my second Ignite. I was here last year.
I see some nice badges on you.
Yes, certification badges. We're doing certification exams all week this week, and I've actually been and taken my first exam already.
Fundamentals.
No, I took the Power Platform Developer exam.
Oh, that's
it's just come out in beta. It's being announced on tomorrow, along with some other courses and exams. And if you take an exam and you pass it here and you get your certifications, you too can get one of these badges.
Cool.
These are the new role-based exams. So
actually, if I knew about this before, I passed the exam and get this fancy badge.
Yes, actually, if you've passed the role-based exam and you've got evidence that you can go get a badge. No, I didn't tell you that.
Okay, I have already 10 euro-based certifications, so I'll grab them tomorrow.
Grab the badge. Grab the badges.
No badges.
You will do.
So far only in CT and this
I've
I've
got a few more. I just didn't put them all on. It's a bit heavy. Yeah, but everybody in Ignite gets a free exam while they're here.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, so
we know already.
Yeah. So
there's additional exam that you can take after Ignite.
Yeah, that's being announced. That's being announced tomorrow.
Are you a speaker on some sessions?
I'm speaking on certification. I'm doing the Dynamics and Power Platform certification roadmap. That's a theatre session on Thursday where I'm going to lay out all the different exams and the new announcements this week. I'm also doing the Dynamics 365 Customer Engagement Power Platform Core with the MB200. I'm doing the exam prep session for that. So I'm going to be running through all the topics in the exam and give you some hints on just what it's really about, because when you read an exam subject, you don't necessarily know what it is and isn't, what you need to know. So I'm going to give it a flavour on that.
I'll have this.
Yeah, and I'm doing a talk on Kaizala and the Power Platform. That's my non-certification speak, where I'm going to talk about using Kaizala, which is a part of Office, but not many people know about it.
Messenger.
It's a messenger, but it does a lot more. I'm going to talk about using that with the Power Platform to create first-line worker systems at low cost that are very flexible.
Are you using this Kaizala?
I use it as a message chat, but not. I'm going to talk about how you could use it in some of the scenarios where I've looked at doing Dynamics, but it was too expensive. Even Power Apps are too expensive for certain scenarios. I'm trying to look, is there a better option for some people, especially who are not digitally enabled, digitally literate, but have got a mobile phone, and that Kaizala just works on your mobile.
But this are usually, so it's generally used by employees instead of the organization when they have subscription to Office 365. It's not like a messenger for everyone.
It is, yeah.
You
don't need a license.
For everyone?
Yeah, you don't need a license. You don't need to be part of the Office 365 tenant.
I can send a message from me, for example, to you or to service.
Yes.
No,
it's
I
a
tried to install it, but it was like a Microsoft Teams or something.
That's Teams. No, it's different. Kaizala is going to Teams, but it's still
a subscription from your company.
You don't need to subscribe. It's free.
Okay,
but you don't get all the functionality. It's $1.51 a month per user. It's cheap.
Okay.
And so I'm going to come to my talk on Thursday at 2:30, and you'll find all about it.
Okay, so basically you can use this messaging even if you are not Office 365 user.
Yep.
Even if you don't have any subscription, but does it have any connection to Office 365 services?
Yes, so you need maybe some user who manages it, if they be Office 365. So I'm talking about using it with Flow to send and to automate, because you can send jobs out to people and send, where are you? And they can reply, and we can capture all that. Has Power BI running on it as well.
Cool.
It's cool. It's really cool when Microsoft makes some really great technologies, and it's about putting them together and really make use of them. I do this all the time with Power Platform, even with bringing in bits of Azure. Use the Azure. I use Power Apps with Azure Storage or with Cognitive Services, and you can really build some really great systems with very little code or very little developer knowledge.
Cool. So we have to go take a look into Kaizala.
Kaizala, yeah.
Kaizala.
It's Kaizala, yeah. We don't know how it's said, though.
Is it Japanese or whatever?
I have no idea. I'd love to know what it's called.
It's like a monster, some kind of, from the depths.
It's from the depths, yes. Yeah. It's from the deep dark. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we know that you're a Dynamics and Common Data Service Pro. Could you please tell us about trends in Dynamics 365? And CDS, the rise of this platform?
Yeah, what Microsoft done quite cleverly, I think, is separated out the platform from Dynamics. They now call that the common data service. Well, it's not just from Dynamics, they've taken some other things as well that they've been doing, create this platform. People call it the Power Platform, which is Power Apps and Flow, but really the power underneath is this common data service, which is a metadata-driven data store, which you can build business logic, security on, and build apps on. And I think it's poised to explode into lots of organizations building complex, well, simple and complex business applications easily and deploy them easily. And it all runs on Azure underneath at the end of the day. It's all cloud-based.
So, CDS, it was a platform for Dynamics 365 CRM, then customer engagement platform, and now it's available for building applications on top of that.
Yeah.
And the latest versions of Microsoft Project Online are based on CDS.
Yes, it's been built on top of CDS.
And what about SharePoint? Are there any insights that SharePoint? So basically, it's a database and a UI and workflows and other
security, extensibility platform in there. So if you're building a system, you might build an Azure SQL database.
Yes.
But then you've got to do all the security, you've got to do a lot of the stuff. And
of
CDS,
course, user interface as well.
I need a DBA, I need all of that, but CDS gives you all of that out of the box.
And you have a user interface for building this application.
It's like a feature in Azure CDS or what?
No, it's a CDS, Common Data Service. It's a part of Office 365 offering.
It's like you license it through Office 365 and Office 365 subscription. You get some included with Dynamics. You get
it's a SaaS feature.
It's a SaaS feature, yeah.
Yeah.
But essentially underneath, it's all Azure. It's Azure SQL, it's Azure Data Lake, it's Azure AD, all powered, which gives you you get all the things like MFA thrown in, additional access, all those nice Azure security concepts. It's got AI built into it. You can build AI models. We've got 4 different ways of classifying data. There's a couple of sessions on it this week, which I'm going to. I'm talking CDS and doing AI classification. It's got ability to convert PDFs into structured data. All the things you want to do in business. And yes, if you want, I can still use Azure SQL and everything else that I might want to use as well. I mean, I use Azure Service Bus a lot, and I write a lot of Azure functions, and because we can hook in from CDS into Azure functions to do those extra things which we can't do out of the box, because it's very much a low-code, no-code solution. But if you are a dev, there's lots of ways of extending. There's a new thing called the Power Apps Component Framework, which allows you to build nice new UI stuff, which is all done in TypeScript and Node.js and lots of lovely stuff.
And maybe Web Assembler now. Maybe you can write, let's say, a ASP.NET Blazor application.
Yeah, if you want, because it's fully Web API enabled. It's got Web API, you can do anything you want.
Looks good.
Cool.
And it's a huge subject. A lot of people don't know about it. I was here last year, and Teams. You have already heard Teams everywhere. There's a little bit of Power Platform. This year, you're going to hear a lot about the Power Platform. You're going to hear a lot tomorrow morning.
So we have the rise of the Power Platform.
The rise of the Power Platform, the rise of Kaizala, but that's another one.
So
it looks fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for sure. And regarding CDS and its future, what would you say? Are there any chances that SharePoint will be moved to CDS for storage?
I think that's a long way because the way SharePoint's architected, and CDS is really for data, not documents. I think SharePoint has its place and CDS has its place, and we have integration between CDS and SharePoint for document storage, and so I always say use the right tool for the job, and that might be Azure Blob Storage, it might be SharePoint, it might be CDS, and the great thing is you can build solutions that just bring them all together. So we're working on the same identity platform, and that's a big thing about Microsoft. We've got this one security identity platform all overlaying it all.
But there are plans to move Dynamics 365 Finance Operations and Business Central to this
yeah, well,
CDS
they've just announced, they've just released a thing called Dual Write for finance, where essentially, as well as writing to its own database, it's also writing it into the CDS. And this is given
in parallel.
In parallel, yeah. So it's dual write, so write twice. And they're enabling more and more entities in finance to write to CDS. So in the end, it's going to make integration a lot easier. It'll also enable finance to make use of things like the portal technology, which they can't do at the moment. CDS is also really, really tied into Power BI. Power BI understands the CDS metadata, so you can write Power BI really easily.
You can have a CDS data source as a connector for Power Apps and flows.
Yeah.
And Power BI, of course.
Yeah, Power BI, yeah. All there. They've got things like data flows, there's loads of things there. changing so rapidly. There's lots of new things coming out in Team. Hopefully we're going to hear lots new this week.
Okay, thank you, Julian. Thank you for your time.
Thank you,
See
Sergey.
some other
Thank
day.
you, Dimitri.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good Ignite.
Hopefully I will. And you too.